Anyone else going through grief of losing democracy? It feels like, you ever see people or know someone that won like a lot of money, either through inheritance or playing one of these lottery or Powerball games or whatever, and they won all of this money, right? And they lost it all after a while. They lost it all because, they didn't earn it, right? There's this certain pride you have when you earn what you have. So America was established through theft, through hate, through everything unthinkable, just massacres, like just horrible, just stolen, right? And it became great. But then, because it wasn't earned, people didn't really value it, and those roots, those hateful roots still are in there, right? And so when you have someone in leadership who knows what they thrive off of, that they love to hate, not realizing how much fulfillment comes from being kind and doing for others, right? They think they can win by being hateful, right? But it doesn't work like that, as we see, which is why I'm grieving for democracy, because I see its demise. So I'll give you an example. I was on Amtrak, right? And this black woman got on the train. She was like rushing, so she had to hurry and find a seat. And there was one available next to me, but she didn't have time to get her luggage up in the overhead bin. So she's sitting there. She's got this luggage, a carry-on right in front of her, this heavy ass, like another bag and a backpack. And she's sitting there, and I'm like, was there not room up there? She was like, oh, I didn't want to fall, and I was like, okay, I can understand that, you don't want to get your stuff up there while the train is moving. I get that. So then the next stop wasn't for an hour, right? So she sat there uncomfortable, and I was just like, oh my God, this is craziness. So then I said, you know what, why don't I take your bag, right? And you put your bag up there. But she was so concerned with not wanting to be politically correct. She didn't want to cause a hassle or anything. And so then she did put the bag that was on her lap up there. And then she was like hesitant about putting her carry-on, because it would have been over someone else's seat. And so then she was about to sit back down. I was like, and I just grabbed her bag. I stopped all the people who were about to get off, because her bag needed to go up there. I wasn't going to let her sit longer being uncomfortable. So, people of color are taught to be politically correct and be nice, but that shit does not work, as we see here, because those who hate you, they will continue to hate you no matter how much you try to be nice. So I just say, be kind. And I was like so happy that she was so appreciative that I did that for her. But why are people of color taught to be to do things to be fake nice when you're making yourself uncomfortable? So I don't know. I'm just grieving, and my thoughts are just I don't know. So what I'm going to do is continue to be kind to others, because, it's so fulfilling when you're kind to other people. And I'm going to call out people on their shit, because that's the problem, right? Nobody's been calling out racism. They want to try to silence you. And that's why we are here. And we're all going to watch America collapse when it didn't have to.